Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is the J Crew Squad, Danda the Panda channel, and today is another episode of Parenting Your Parent. Now this episode was not planned, and I actually thought about it, and I wasn't even going to do it because it's really personal, a little triggering, whatever, but that's what this is. It is a family vlog, so I'm giving you the real of what's going on, right? So here's a little bit of story time. So Friday evening, one of the kiddos was going to dance with my husband. I was home with the other two kiddos. This is a typical evening. I was cleaning out starting to clean out and unpack some stuff. It was in the storage because we're going to get that renovated. You'll see all that on different videos, and you kind of went through some of that on the live that night because I went live that night. Well, I got a phone call while I was on the live. It's a wireless caller, and so I got off the live, and then a couple minutes later, my sister calls, and she has this real she's talking really slow and monotone, and she's like, I'm at Dad's place. He lives in assisted living, and he's on the floor and he's not responding. Well, she said it a lot slower than that and a lot more measured than that, which it didn't sink into my brain what she was actually saying. And I think she believes that she was in shock, right? Because she went there to drop off some food and stuff, and she walked in to his room, and here's the EMTs, and he's on the floor, right? So cannot imagine what she was going through. God bless her for that. So she called me, and she was saying this, and so like I said, my head was not computing, right? It was just so I said, he's on the floor. I'm repeating because it doesn't make sense, right? So long story short, he was unconscious. Long story short, he's okay now. So thank God for that. Had to go there. A friend and sorority sister rode out of town with me to go see him. He ended up being okay. And he is back in the facility now, later on in the week. But I say that to say, when you have when you're caring for elderly parents, that is a situation that is all too common, right? And so it kind of makes you, that's why I said it's kind of triggering. It's probably triggering for people because, if you have an aging parent, or if you're same way if you're a parent to a newborn and you get a call and you're like, oh my gosh, what is it? Or if you're a parent and you get a call from your kid's school, and you're just like, oh gosh, what's wrong? You know what I mean? That's kind of the feeling that you have all the time. And so you're always on a certain level of edge because you never know what's going to happen. Now, granted, life is not guaranteed, and we could be hit by a bus tomorrow at any age, right? We could be stricken by illness at any age, right? But it just feels different when they're older, right? And so that is what happened this weekend. So that was not on my bingo card for the weekend. I actually had planned on going to see him on Sunday, which I still did. Went back up there, took the kids up there with me on Sunday to visit with him. Oh, and you can see, still have not recovered from the lack of sleep part of all this. But yeah, so just wanted to share that story to say I know how it is when, you're so-called parenting your parent, caring for older members of your family, be it a grandparent, a parent, aunt, uncle, whatever it may be, that you are helping to care for, or see at, or look after, however it is for you. It just, you kind of feel like you're constantly living life on the edge. I had a friend text me today, and she was like, did I do something wrong? You've been quiet. I'm like, no girl, I'm just trying to survive, right? And so that's just kind of how it is. And so drop down below and share kind of your stories of how you kind of cope with that, because it is kind of anxiety provoking. Yeah, so that is a short version, but this is the next episode of Parenting Your Parent. We'll be back soon. I'll probably do some videos this weekend and talk about other topics in parenting your parent. So like, subscribe, share our videos. We're trying to get our 1,000 subscribers. All right. Peace.